Our first award for the evening is Everybody Counts Award. 2020 Summit Theme Award goes to an individual, community group, organization, or collaborative whose work has gone above and beyond to include communities, groups, individuals, or places who have been overlooked in the past. Projects or programs in this category have had to occur over the last 3 years and reflect one of the following categories: volunteerism, civic engagement, creating equitable and inclusive opportunities, community initiatives, or collective action. And the winner is Tommy Ruff of Happen Incorporated.
And I am the president of Northside Community Council. It's my honor to present the Everybody Counts Award to the very deserving Tommy Roof, the founder and executive director of Happen Inc. Tommy works tirelessly to provide arts and culture programming to families that happen. You will often hear him at our monthly community council meetings, reminding us that community isn't where you live, it's how you live with other people. And while the list of programming and offerings that Happen provides to the community free of charge is long, including the reading window, the teens serving teens in the community, the Happen breadwinners, and Teen Hall, I want to take a minute to talk about how Happen was able to quickly adapt to the global pandemic. Within days of the stay-at-home order being issued in March, Tommy launched Happen at Home, where he provided educational and creative projects that families could do at home. Well, he also launched Kids Making the News Happen, where his Happen teens filmed the news from their homes. Thanks to the success of KMNH, Tommy and Happen were able to open a new studio where the teens now film their show that airs weekly. While most of us were worrying about where we were going to get our next roll of toilet paper, Tommy was hard at work making sure that the kids who depended on Happen's programming could still be engaged despite the pandemic that we all faced. Tommy is a selfless person who has volunteered countless hours for Happen. I've seen him work hard to continue programming in a safe way by utilizing the beautiful new Happen Community Garden on Hoffner Street in Northside so that families could be socially distanced outdoors. It is safe to say that Northside wouldn't be the same if it weren't for him, and we are so grateful that he picked us when he moved Happen here in 2009. So without further ado, I give you Tommy Roof.
Thank you for those kind words, and thank you for leading us in our neighborhood here in Northside as the community council president. So I'm honored to have this award and to receive it. And thank you to Elizabeth and Daniel and everybody at Invest in Neighborhoods for continuing to put on this program, even in this difficult times. We really appreciate it, and it means a lot to us. And I also want to thank our donors and also our volunteers that have really helped make happen over the years. And I especially want to thank the families that and the kids that have been involved, because they really have made Happen a family tradition, and I thank them as well. Thank you.
Next up is the Community Catalyst of the Year. This award recognizes a volunteer in a community organization whose energy and ideas led to a project or program that gets community members involved and excited, that produces good outcomes and results in increased neighborhood engagement. And the winner is Tyrone Gray for One Westwood.
I am Leslie Maddie Rich. I'm the executive director of Westwood Works, and I am so thrilled to be able to celebrate the Community Catalyst of the Year winner, Tyrone Gray, for his work through the One Westwood initiative. And I've known Ty for many years, and he has always had a love for the community, which goes way back to his service on the Westwood Community Urban Revitalization Community Corps. And he also is really motivated by his love of community, his love of Westwood in particular, and this work with One Westwood to bring people together across racial backgrounds is really grounded in the social justice tenets that are important to him and his faith. And what I think is so remarkable about Ty is that it would have been really easy for him, based on what he saw in the Westwood of the past, to give up and move on and to be discouraged. But he was one of the first people committed to a difference in Westwood, to say, we believe that we can create a Westwood where everyone feels valued despite their race. And let's talk about what has happened, the history of racism in the neighborhood, because if we don't address the history, we're not going to be able to move forward. And he was willing to have uncomfortable conversations, to push people in their thinking, but then to move forward and talk about what does it look like for us to repair the breach. And that is why I am so happy to be presenting Ty this award. And due to some health concerns in his family, Ty couldn't be here today to accept that award, but I am so thrilled to accept it on his behalf, and we can't wait to celebrate with him in Westwood.
Next award is the Lifetime Achievement Award. This award goes to an individual whose life and work has benefited all of Cincinnati by creating inclusiveness, increasing the viability of community activities and organizations, and supporting neighborhood and neighborhood leaders. And the winner is, as we know and love him as, Father Joe Folsom Logan.
Today, I'd like to introduce Father Joe Folsom. I've known Father Joe for 30 some years, first as a Jesuit priest, but more so in the last 10 years in his work in the Winton Hills neighborhood. He's been the president of the Winton Hills Community Council. He's headed up a stakeholders group of folks in the neighborhood as well. So I get to see and talk with Joe a lot. He really cares about the residents of his neighborhood, and that's a quality, I think, of good leadership. He knows that neighborhood so well because he's worked there so long. And the beautiful thing is I see how everyone not only knows him, but loves him. This year, Father Joe celebrates his 80th birthday. Happy birthday, Joe. His work with the residents of the Winton Hills community reminds me of the Jesuit motto, a man for others. And I'm proud today to recommend Father Joe for this year's Lifetime Achievement Award. Congratulations.
Thank you. In working with a community, you can't be a lone ranger. You need to have a lot of people working with you. Gary has been a mentor to me, but there's a whole litany of people, our executive board, people in charge of the other organizations in the neighborhood. So in accepting this award, I'm grateful, but I also realize that this award is for all of the people who have worked with me and supported me over the years.
Our last award is Rookie of the Year. With this award, we recognize that hard work and dedication to positive change in our neighborhoods isn't just something undertaken by the old hats and hands. This award is for the under 30 newcomers who are bringing passion, fierce commitment, and new forms of organizing activism to make our city a better place for all. And this year we have two winners. They are Jeremiah Thornton and Madeline Gerker. Congratulations, everyone. Good job.
Hi, I'm Marcia Thornton, and I have the opportunity to recognize Mads Gerker for her work to bring a sidewalk to her neighborhood. Mads was only in the 4th grade when she wrote a letter to City Council because she was concerned about the safety of herself, her siblings, and the 600 other families that walk to school in her neighborhood. Because of her passion and interest in pedestrian safety, Mads wrote a letter to City Council and they actually answered the call. So next year, a sidewalk will be constructed and her 2 siblings will be able to walk safely to school. Mads is also a 7th grade student at Clark, and she is the co-chair of the Pedestrian Safety Committee, which is called STOPS. students taking on pedestrian safety. Please help me in congratulating Mads Gerker.
Thank you for the award. I'm excited and I look forward to continue making positive change so that people can walk safely in Cincinnati.
Hi everyone, my name's Heather Gerker, and I'm excited to be here tonight to present an award to JT Thornton. I met JT when he was in 6th grade at Covedale Elementary and was immediately impressed with him. He's a smart young man who works really hard and plays several different sports. Despite all of this, he still finds time to advocate for things that mean something to him. And in this case, it's pedestrian safety. JT and his friends wrote a song called "It's Lit to Not Get Hit," and then performed that song to create a music video. You may have seen the video before because it has aired nationwide on many different news channels and across the internet, and here in Cincinnati locally as well. Mads and JT are co-chairs of STOPS, which is the Students Taking on Pedestrian Safety Committee in Greg Landsman's office. Together, they have been pretty impressive in the way they're leading a group of young folks and continuing the work of pedestrian safety. Join me in congratulating JT as Rookie of the Year.
Thank you, Ms. Gerker, for congratulating me on the award. I also like to thank Mads for being a co-chair with me. I'd lastly like to thank Councilman Landsman for helping us set up the task force and also helping us run it.